Welcome to my check-in series, day 28. I am really happy with how this week is shaping up. So I weighed in at 172 pounds this morning, and when the week started, I was 174. So that means I lost 2 pounds. My goal is about a pound a week, and I think tomorrow is going to be like 1 month from when I started. So I'll do another video to round out the month, but it's looking like I probably lost around 7 pounds, which is a little over a pound a week, and definitely is exceeding my initial goal to reach 160 pounds by my 40th birthday in July. Ultimately, I want to get down to 150, and that would be awesome if I get close to that by my birthday, but I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. And I've talked about this before, but since I'm exclusively breastfeeding, I don't want anything to happen to my supply by losing weight too quickly. So I'm going to start the day with my veggies and apple slices, and then I'll move on to my oatmeal. I think we're going to get ready to go for a walk. It's supposed to be like in the 80s today. It's hard to take him for a carrier walk in the really hot weather. We both just get really hot. So I think we'll go this morning before it gets too warm. And yeah, just another day with little guy. I have a bunch of baby carrots here, orange bell pepper, cucumber, sliced apples, and there is celery in there as well. So I'm gonna start with this. I'm trying to practice more sequencing my meals, starting with lower calorie density and then going to higher calorie density after that. This way of eating works really well for me because I love to eat, and I am a volume eater, and I also eat really, really fast. So somebody who is a slower eater, who, doesn't need that much food to feel full, would probably really struggle eating the amount of fiber in food that I eat, because especially if you eat slowly, it would take forever to get through just these veggies and fruits that I have cut up. And the size of my meals, especially with a little baby, you would never be able to get through them in a whole day. I think it would be pretty challenging, but I eat really quickly already. It's kind of a problem. I need to slow down more. I would like to be better at slowing down, but I wolf down my food, and I love to eat. So being able to have a lot of food that I can eat is a lot more satisfying for me. Someone like my boyfriend, he eats so slowly. Like, it will take him forever to eat a small breakfast sandwich that I would just munch down like in 3 bites. He's like taking his time, taking breaks, like stopping to smell the roses. I don't know what he's doing, but it takes him forever, and he also gets full a lot easier. Like, he has a much smaller stomach than I do, so he does better having just smaller meals that are higher in calorie, more calorie dense, essentially. So if you're a volume eater and you like to eat, then this way of eating works great. And there's a lot you can do with this type of food. Like, I do really simple meals. They're fairly bland in most people's opinion, although I don't think so, but there's a lot that you can do. Like, if you follow different influencers like Broccoli Mom, she's really good. She does tons of recipes that are low calorie density, but lots of variety, lots of flavor. And I'm sure there's tons of others out there. Dr. McDougall's wife, Mary McDougall, has a cookbook of like hundreds and hundreds of recipes. So yeah, it doesn't have to be like the same meals day after day, but that's just what works for me. I'm starting to get a little bit bored of my food. I might change it up soon, but when I find something that I like and that works, I stick with it until I get sick of it. Chef AJ says, variety is the kiss of death. Sometimes when you're changing it up too much and you give yourself too many options and too much variety, you overeat, because you're constantly getting all this exciting new stimulation and you just want to eat and eat and eat all these different things. But if you kind of limit yourself, what's up, big guy? You want to go for your walk with me? Let's go. We'll go for our walk. if you limit yourself a little bit more, then you tend to just eat less or eat really what you need. It's nice, isn't it? I've almost finished all of my veggies. I have just some apple and celery here yet left, and I'm going to have my breakfast. These are overnight oats. These are the quick cooking steel cut version with frozen blueberry, fresh banana, pumpkin pie spice, and some hemp seeds. I use these just because I have them in my pantry and I'm just trying to use them up. I'm probably not going to buy more once I use all of them. But I did pop this in the microwave for a few minutes, and yeah, I'm going to dig in. This is a lot, however big these are, 24 ounces. So this is a pretty big portion of oats and fruit. I did end up finishing all of my apple slices and celery, and then around 4 p.m. I had this big component bowl, so it was kind of like a really late lunch, early dinner, and this was steamed broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, potato, black beans, fresh tomato, fresh green onion, and then I put this Chipotle Tabasco sauce on it. This stuff is so good. You have to try it if you like hot sauce. As usual, this is a huge bowl of food, about 2 pounds worth, and I ate it all. Later tonight, I did some pull-up practice on my pull-up bar, but I didn't film because it was super dark. And then before I went to bed, I snacked on the rest of these grapes here, and that was all I ate and did today. Thank you so much for watching. I will check back in with you tomorrow. Let me know how you're doing on your journey.